Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we have a very special video, guys. It is going to be the best value for Icon Swaps 2. Thank you guys as well for the support on the initial video that I did of this. This is one of my, I guess, most liked videos by you guys on the channel. So what we're going to do today, basically, if you guys don't know already, if you don't know what this video is going to be about, we are going to look at the new icon swaps. We're going to see what's available, and we'll talk about your best values, right? Because you got to look at it in the way that time is money, and we got to see the objectives. We got to see how many tokens are certain players. We're going to talk about market values of the players. We're going to talk about how much their values will hold through the next month or two, and then we'll also talk about their in-game, situation. Who are the best players? What are the best combinations? What I ask from you guys, if you enjoyed the video at any point, a thumbs up is appreciated. But more importantly, if you don't want to do that, just let me know in the comments down below what is the combination, or I guess like the thing that you're gonna go for, because I'm curious to see what is the most in-demand kind of, I guess, meta for the icon swaps in terms of what are you guys interested in. It should be coming out today. It should be coming out in a little under 45 seconds from now. I just want to get on the video a little bit earlier to do the intro. It is going to be a longer video today, so I apologize if I'm rambling, but hopefully it gives you guys a little bit of an insight in terms of my opinion. This is going to be my opinion, so there's no right opinion. If you guys have a favorite player from Icon Swaps, like Drogba last month, right? I said I didn't think he was going to be that good for this type of gameplay, because this gameplay favors smaller, meta, kind of like good agility, good passing players. But if it's something that you guys like, let's say they put in maybe a prime, I don't even know, Van Nistelrooy. I'm not going to say it's good or a Moments, but if it's your favorite player of all time, yeah, go get the card, right? You'll have it untradeable. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll log in. We'll log back into Ultimate Team, because right now it is 12:59. I am waiting for it to turn into 1 p.m. to see if we get any kind of new loading screen or anything like that. It's going to be hilarious if it's not actually Icon Swaps today. I'm going to laugh a lot, but it should be Icon Swaps today. It should also take us a minute to log in, because, when we log in, it always takes a little bit longer. Re-release SBCs. Okay, interesting. So re-release SBCs. Do we have... Oh! Wait. Okay, Icon Swaps 2. Oh my god, Prime Messian. Baby Blanc as well. Okay, Ronaldinho Baby. Prime Barnes. Okay, we're going to have to look into this. So here's the Icon Swaps 2. We've already got a little bit of a hint at what's coming. I don't want to judge anything yet before I see the amount of tokens, before I see what's going on. So let's go into Icon Swaps number 2. So we have Icon Swaps here. Wow. So there's an option for 5 tokens, which is actually really nice. So 77 days remaining. So I think that they had said the way that this one is going to work is that there's going to be, from what I have seen, that they said that this one is going to work. The way that this one's going to work, I assume that they said there's 30 tokens. So there's going to be 21 plus tokens for Icon Swaps number 2. So that's the initial thing right there. This season only has 15 days left. So we've got to go ahead and we've got to look at the Icon Swaps. So Icon Swaps Online. So you've got how many days to do these? I think you've got 15 days to do these ones. I'm not 100% because there's no actual timer, but I think you got 15 days to do these because the season ends in 15 days. So number 1, win 4 rivals matches using 9 first owner Bundesliga players in your starting squad. So they've upped the first owner players. It is only still 4 rivals matches. So it's not like it's like 8 rivals wins or anything. It's nothing crazy in terms of that, which is kind of, I think a little bit better. Win 4 rivals matches using 9 first owned La Liga players in your starting squad. So that's another one. So you got to use 9 first owner players in the Bundesliga, 9 first owner La Liga players, and then win 5 rivals matches using 11 English players in your starting squad. 4 must be first owned. So that one's not as bad because you only need 4 first owner English players. So you're going to need a total of 8, 13 rivals wins in 14 days. So if you do 1 a day, it's pretty manageable in my opinion. If you do 1 a day, it's manageable. Maybe it takes you 2 or 3 games to get it, but I think if you guys set it for yourselves that you do 1 a day, it could be a little bit worth it for you guys. And then you've got squad battles here where you've got to win 18 squad battle matches to obtain 3 more tokens. So you can only obtain 6 tokens to start at the moment. Win 6 squad battle matches on minimum world-class difficulty using 6 Liga, BBVA, MX, and 5 MLS players. So this is just going to be, you don't have to get these first owner. You have to buy these off the market. So this is going to be 18. So 18 wins plus 15 wins. Plus 13 wins. So the first set is going to cost you, time-wise, 33 wins in 15 days. So if you could try to get 2 wins per day, and you should be on track pretty much. If you could do the rivals, maybe 1 rivals win and 1 squad battles win a day, you know, it could work out for you pretty well. I'm probably going to try my best. You guys know I don't really follow through with all that. Now, let's go to the important points, guys. Let's go talk about your best value for the icon swap in swap number 2. So we start off with 5 tokens, who already this is better value than Schmeichel from last month. So Bobby Moore, guys, is a center back that is not terrible on this game. His baby version, in my opinion, is better. This is going to cost you 5 tokens, which is cheap as chips. He's got medium work rates. He's got a 3-star weak foot and 2-star skills, which for a center back is eh. His acceleration and sprint speed is okay. His reactions and ball control are good. His composure is very good. He's got great defending stats and great physical stats. If you choose to unlock this card, you're going to need a shadow chemistry style on him. His market value is 270k. It's pretty much held that value, you know, throughout this fall so far, fall and winter. You know, I'm not that interested in this one. It is the easiest tokens, but is this a steal for 5 tokens? Probably not. But, you know, it's understandable that at least it's better than a goalkeeper for 5 tokens. So let's see what the next one is. So this one's going to be base Rijkaard, who does not have a terrible card. This is not an awful card. It's not a great card. And the reason for that is that he's a CDM with low medium work rates, which just means I feel like he's going to feel a little bit sluggish. He's going to feel a little bit slow. He's 6'2". He's got 4-star weak foot. He's got 3-star skills. He's got 70 pace, 77 passing, 86 defending, and 81 physical. The acceleration is a bit low. And then the only problem with this card I think that you see is the agility and the balance is absolutely like woeful. Like having 48 balance on a card is not favorable or desirable in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion. That's just a really brutal stat to have. So that's going to hurt him a little bit. You know, it is linkable though, right? And I mean, all icons are linkable, but you get Dutch strong link, so strong link to Van Dijk, strong link to a lot of other players. He is also the same amount of tokens as Bobby Moore. So if you were to choose one out of these two, you know, I would say I would probably choose. That would be a tough one, but I'll probably choose Rijkaard. I don't know. Let's see what's next. So Baby Hierro. Okay, so I would if you guys are a person with the 5 tokens, if you could just actually go ahead and grab that extra token, I would get this Hierro because Baby Hierro is a really good card. I may be pronouncing that card wrong, but his name wrong. He's got great work rates, medium high. He's also 370k. So for one more token on the market, guys, you get a player that is worth 100 to 150k more than the players that are the 5 tokens. So right away, this is way better value than the other players. He's got great stats, 75 pace, 87 defending, 82 physical. He's got good acceleration, good sprint speed, great agility, great balance for a center back. Reactions are good. Defensive stats are good. Again, this would be a guy that I would give a shout out. For 6 tokens, guys, if you compare this to last month's tokens, this is way better value than last month's because last month was Schmeichel. And wow, so EA have really done a madness for the 6 tokens this month because 6 tokens, I think, was Schmeichel last month. And here you go. At 6 tokens as well, you've got 89 Van der Sar, who is 350k on the market. And he's crashed a lot recently. This card has been 500k throughout most of the year. In my opinion, this is a really good option as well. It depends on who you're trying to hybrid in your team, but to have an untradeable goalkeeper, I mean, most likely if you do get this SBC unlock, or what it would be, icon swap unlock, you would use this card for the rest of the year. If you did this Van der Sar, you'd use them probably for the rest of the year in your team, so this would be a player that you'd use for a while. I'm a big Ter Stegen fan this year, but if you don't get along with Ter Stegen, this might be a really good option for some of you guys who are looking to pick up an untradeable goalkeeper for like the whole year. You know, he's got a really nice card, and he's been holding value. So both of these guys at 6 tokens are 350k a pop, which actually is some decent value. That would mean that, you know, 33 wins you got to get either of these guys for this first set of icon swap tokens. So keep that in mind as well. But you know, these are not terrible options for number 6. Now it's going to start getting interesting. Wow. So at 10 tokens, we've got base Raul. No, we've got middle Raul. That is really interesting. So this card was 800k for most of the year. Is that going to be middle Seedorf? Don't tell me that's if that is middle Seedorf, I am going to be wowed because that may be one of the best values for this icon swap. We'll take a look at it. I'm not sure yet. I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but I'm already seeing some names on this page that are interesting me, and I hope that there's a moments card in today's icon swaps. But we'll see. So 88 Raul is worth about 550k. It's a very solid card for 10 tokens. And if you compare it to last month's, I think for 10 tokens, you could get like, I think it was like base. It was a little bit better than base JJ. It was also a little bit better than Pep. I think you had like close to Carlos, close to Crespo. I think those guys were 11 last month. So this is a little bit of a tier up. He's got 4-star, high medium work rates, 86 pace, 86 shooting. And his prime card sells at like 2 mil right now. So his prime card is really expensive. He's got great attack positioning, great finishing, great acceleration, great sprint speed. He's got good agility, good balance as well, good reactions, good ball control. This is not a bad card at all. It is a step up, obviously, from the the 6 tokens at 10 tokens, but this is a pretty good card. It's a good cam. It's a decent striker. It's up to you what you want to do. If you play him at cam, I would give him like a dead eye for the passing. If you play him at striker, obviously you want to give him something that gives him more pace and more finishing. So whether that's a Hawk or a Hunter, whatever you want to choose there. But Raul's a decent looking card. Next up, we've got 88 KOEMAN, who arguably is the best version of, I think it's KOEMAN or KOEMAN's card. I think this is the best version of his card, and this one on the market is how many coins? So this card is 500k on the market. It's actually down. It's actually down a little bit. It's down a little bit on the market since it's been out the whole year. It's been like 600 to 700k most of the year. His prime card is a little under $1 million on the market at the moment. So his prime card is definitely down a little bit. His prime card's actually down right now. A lot of coins. It's down a lot today. But overall, high medium work rates is not desirable for a center back. It's only, there's only been a few players in FUT history that I've liked that with, which is Sergio Ramos being one of them. He's got 3-star weak foot, 3-star skills, which a center back with 86 passing and 86 shooting does make him a unique center back. And this guy could be switched into in-game if you wanted to somewhere in the midfield because of his 92 long shots, his 80 finishing, his 95 long passing, his 85 short passing. This is going to be a great center back, in my opinion, for somebody in a 3-5-2 because of his passing ability and his shooting ability. You could also use him as a CDM. So for me, like this makes an interesting choice. If I had to choose, I think if I had to choose around this 10 token mark, it'd be tough. I think I would still probably choose Raul because I think Raul's a little bit usable, a little bit longer. I think that this card, with some of these other center backs out, I would still choose some of these other center backs available on the market for about 500k instead. This is going to be really interesting. Is this going to be... this has to be Baby Seedorfe. There's no way they did middle because the price of these cards is about 500k. So there's no way that this is middle Seedorfe. It's the baby. God damn it. I thought there was a chance that this was going to be the middle Seedorfe and I was going to lose my mind. Okay, so 85 Seedorfe. I have tried him this year, guys. I wasn't the biggest fan of him, but he has a really good card for this game. And the reason for that is that he's one of the better box-to-box mids available right now. He's got high work rates. He's 5'9". He's got a 4-star weak foot. He's got 4-star skills. So this guy's going to enable you to go box-to-box really well in this game. So I like the work rates. I like the weak foot skill move combination. Should be a pretty good card. His market value is 500k. He's been really low recently. He used to be like 700k. So it seems like for this 10 token mark, you're at about 500k on the market. 83 pace, 81 shooting, 84 passing, 84 dribbling, 71 defending, and 83 physical. You look more into the card, and he's got good acceleration, good sprint speed, good attack positioning. This is one of the most well-rounded cards on FIFA, and it shows with his work rates as well. High. This is a really good center mid. If you gave this guy... a shadow or something just to kind of hold it down, maybe an anchor or an engine, I think any of those chem styles would work. If you want him a little bit more on the attacking side of the high, you could give him a Hunter. It's really up to you. This card looks really interesting to me. I think this is probably the better option out of these three that I like so far at the 10 token rate. But I like this card. It's a good selection. I wish it was the middle, but it's not. At the 10 token mark, we also have Prime PIRES. And this card is not going to hold value for most of the year. I'm going to give you guys the heads up. PIRES is always a player that kind of just depletes in price throughout most of the year. So he's 480 right now, but I'm not expecting him to really hold that price too long. I think he'll drop down. So this would be one of the worst values for the 10 tokens. He's 4-star, but I just don't know if I'm in love with this card, and especially as a winger. You kind of want him to have a little bit better agility than 81 and 79 balance. So I'm not in love with this card, personally. I never thought that this card was great in foot. He's also medium, which could be weird. He's 6'2", which is a little bit big to have out on the wing, I think, with this kind of meta this year. But, it's pick and choose with these icon swaps. It's really up to you guys. But I would probably recommend against this card. So for 10 tokens so far, I would say definitely Seedorfe or Raul would probably be the choice for the 10 tokens so far. And all these guys for the 10 tokens are about 500 to 550k. So let's go to the next page. So we've also got Nakata available for 11 tokens, which is interesting because this is his prime version. Nakata's a guy that I've used in draft. On the market, though, his value, this is a little bit off in terms of why is he more... is he 11 or 10 tokens? So why does he cost one more token? Because on the market, this dude is 300 and 400k, which is like weird to me. 4-star weak foot, 4-star skills. Finishing is a little low, though, man. 77 finishing is not... in my opinion, too desirable. And this card is going to drop throughout the year, guys. This card is going to go really low over time. Nakata's 86, hardly held value this year. So in my opinion, this would be one that you would say, okay, if you're interested and you want it, just buy it off the market. This is a guy that I think will drop, and I think that it's just not worth it to select him from icon swaps. I think you guys can do a little bit better in terms of like you know, for the value. I would say that there's definitely better options than this Nakata. I probably just would pick something else other than him. I'm not in love with that. At 11 tokens, we've also got Baby Socrates, who's actually lost a bit of value recently. Another baby card. At the moment, I'm a little underwhelmed with this because I feel like there's a lot of these cards that people have already used, and I would have thought that they would have brought more primes and more things like that. But we'll continue. I'm not gonna be negative at the moment. This card is actually down like 80K right now because of the swaps panic. So it's down a ton. It was 620 yesterday. Now it's 540 because it's accessible and because you can kind of get it relatively easy. It's down a bunch. He's got 5-star weak foot. He's also got 4-star skills. He's got medium low work rates, 80 pace, 86 shooting, 87 passing, 87 dribbling, and 82 physical. He's got 81 acceleration, 84 finishing, 83 attack positioning, 90 shot power, 89 long shots. The only problem with this card is that he's got really poor balance. 56 balance is a really, really big problem, and then medium low is not the best, but you're paying for a card that you're going to get a 5-star weak foot with, so there is a certain trade-off there. He has 11 tokens with Nakata, so for 11 tokens, I mean, so far, guys, with even these guys at 11 tokens, I would still choose SEEDORE for Raul. So in my opinion, these are not the best values for the 11 tokens. Wow, that's a really good player to put in there. So Baby ZAMBROTTA is definitely a really good card. This is an event right back, event fullback. What I mean by that is that pros use this card at events. It is that good. And this is one of the better fullbacks in the game. So having this is not a bad option at all. I actually really like this choice from EA. Although I wish this was the prime. It's not a bad option, right? 640 to 680K on the market. He's going to cost you 11 tokens as well. So out of the tokens so far, I would say the 10 or 11 tokens, ZAMBROTTA is the move so far. Because this is a great card, high medium, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. If you didn't select Zanetti from last go around of swaps, I would definitely choose this ZAMBROTTA because he's really good. 91 pace, 82 defending, 84 physical, 84 dribbling, 82 passing, and 72 shooting on a fullback, which is very good. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. Attack positioning is so good at 82, so if you use balanced fullbacks, it's really good. Agility and balance are good as well. Reactions are good. Ball control is good. All the defensive stats are good enough for a fullback. This would be one of the best fullbacks in the game. So I like this one a lot for 11 tokens. At 13 tokens, we've got Middle Figo, who is a card that I just don't love. I've used this card a lot in draft, and I just haven't been crazy about it. I know that his market value is holding well. It's probably 800K. So for 13 tokens, you know, 800K gets you a Figo. But overall, man, I'm not a big fan of this card. I just don't love the way he plays on the game this year. I feel like he goes missing a lot of the time, and he just feels a little tall and stiff. So that's my opinion again. I'm just not the biggest fan of this card. I've used it a good amount in draft and just really haven't gotten along with it. He's got 4-star, 4-star, which is very good. Medium as well. He's got 90 pace, 91 dribbling, 86 shooting, 88 passing, and 78 physical. He's also got 89 finishing, which is really good. He's got 89 attack positioning, which is also really good. And he's got good agility, good acceleration. I mean, this card in-game looks really good, guys. I just never got along with him, and I just didn't like him. I think you got to play this guy out wide if you have him. I think central gets tough for him. Medium is maybe the reason I didn't like him because he felt like he went missing a lot. But overall, his stats in game are really good. I mean, there's not too much wrong with his stats. So if you're interested in his card, it's not a bad option. That's going to be 13 tokens. So it seems like EA have kind of gone up to about that 800K range from the 13 tokens. Next up, we've got Prime Sol Campbell, who, of course, I have on the transfer list, which is going to hurt me because I'm going to have to take a loss on this Prime Sol Campbell now. So this is Sol Campbell Prime, guys. Wow, he's 800K. So I bought one at 900. That's fun. So overall, guys, this is not a bad option at all. Sol Campbell is very solid. He also was not available in the last set of swaps. This is going to cost you 14 tokens. So if I were to go for one, I would definitely go for Sol Campbell. I would go for him over the option of Figo. I think Sol Campbell's a very solid center back. I think you'll use this card probably until team of the season. This year he is really good. Last year I didn't love him. People seem to really like him last year. I didn't like him. I thought he didn't really fit last year's game. But I think his card works well for this year's game. I've used him before, and I thought he was solid. The only thing with this card is the agility and the balance is really poor. So, you know, even if you guys pick him up, you might want to use an engine on him instead of a shadow just to kind of make him feel a little bit less clunky. 80 pace, 90 defending, 90 physical. He's about 800K on the market. He's also a new prime card, so if you're interested in the new prime cards, this guy could be good for you. He's got fantastic defending stats, fantastic physical stats as well. He's got good dribbling at the reaction stat, not the rest of the dribbling, but the reactions and composure is good, and then the short passing is good. So 14 tokens, not a bad option there. We've got LINEKER Prime available at 14 tokens as well. Not a bad card, probably a card that I would pass on because it just seems like a card that just something is always, you know, fake with the stats. I don't know. Just like for some reason, I never really see this guy being used in foot past like January. So I don't know if this is a great option on the market. I think he's about the same price as Sol Campbell. He's probably about like 800K as well. On the market, he's 800K exactly as we speak. 95 finishing, 94 attack positioning, 90 acceleration, 88 shot power, 86 long shots. So he's going to be able to shoot. He's got good dribbling as well with the reactions and the ball control. The dribbling and the composure are good as well. So it's not a bad card. I just don't love the card at 14 tokens. I think if you 14 tokens, you go with Sol Campbell. Now, this is really a game changer that they put this card in swaps. Now, this is a fantastic card. If you guys get this 14 tokens, this is a card that I would highly look at. You know, he's cheaper than the other two cards, but he's about 750K, guys, but this isn't a fantastic card. You really can't go wrong with this card. Another card that pros really like, medium-high work rates, 3-star weak foot, 2-star skills. Obviously, that's not too desirable, but as a CDM, man, this guy is a beast. 4-2-3-1, double CDM, or 4-1-2-2 narrow, single CDM, or whatever formation you guys play. But the reason he's so good is because he's a beast defensively, right? You could use a shadow on him. However, when you guys get in attack positionings with this dude, he can score, man. I've used this card 3 years in a row, and he can score goals. Like, 86 finishing is so good with this card. So I like this option, man. I think this is a really good option. This is probably one of the better cards available from this set of icon swaps. At 14 tokens, I think at this point in time, you got to take Laurent Blanc at that token slot. At 18 tokens, guys, we've got the mid-icon pack, which I would probably not do. You know, that's probably not worth it at this time in FIFA. You know, if this was a prime icon pack, 100% go do it. But I think by the time that this swaps ends, it's just going to be not too desirable. And so far, I'm a little bit underwhelmed, guys, by this set of icon swaps because I just feel like they're not that good at the moment. I don't know. I'm not really in love with these icon swaps, but we'll keep moving on. We'll see what else is available. For the next set of tokens, you know, I don't know, man. I feel like the values, like Baby Butcher was also, I feel like they would have upped the values a little bit of these icon swaps, and I'm just not really seeing it, but we'll continue. So for 20 tokens, guys, or is this 19 or 20? I think it's 19 tokens. Let me see. So 19 tokens, you get a prime Luis Hernandez. He's about 900K. It's a good card. The problem is the weak foot is a little bit lackluster. You know, the weak foot is going to hold this card back always. A 3-star weak foot on a card that you're going to spend 19 tokens to get, in my opinion, is probably just not worth it. Because he will get replaced by other players, I think, as you guys play foot throughout the following months. I just think you guys will probably not use this card in due time. So I probably would pass against this card. It's not a bad card because he's got great finishing, great acceleration, great dribbling, great stats all around the board except passing. But I would probably pass on this card personally. I'm just not in love. I would not go for it. I would say that Luis Hernandez at 19 is probably not a great shout. I mean, John Barnes is an okay shout at 19, but again, this card is under 800K, so I'm not loving the values that EA are giving us here because to go ahead and get 19 tokens is impossible. I only got like 8 or 10 tokens last set, and I didn't put in too much effort, but I did put in a little. And it's tough to get these cards, man. It's not easy. So I feel like EA have definitely underdone this swaps, man. I mean, these cards should be at least, I think, 1.5 million plus for these cards. They should have unveiled some moments cards in this swaps. I mean, I know that this is meant for the casual, but at this point in time, I mean, you could argue that some of the players in the first set of swaps are actually better than this swaps, and it's crazy to say that, but you know, it's nuts. But anyways, John Barnes, 4-star, high medium work rate, 6 feet tall. He's got good sprint speed, good acceleration, good finishing, good attack positioning, good shot power, good long shots. Okay agility, ball control okay, composure good. I would say I would choose this card over Hernandez at 19 if you got to 19 and you wanted to choose one. All right, 90 Del Piero. This is one of the better players in FIFA on the market. I think the last time I checked he was about like 1.3 mil, but he might be like 1.1 now. He is 1.1 mil at the moment. Fantastic card in FIFA, 5-star weak foot. 85 pace, 90 shooting, 85 passing, 92 dribbling, 69 physical. And at this point, it makes the mid-icon pack look poor because if you get all the way to this amount of tokens, 18, just choose the 20 tokens for that mid Del Piero. That's a really good option, in my opinion. One of the better players in this game. 93 finishing, 87 agility. I mean, what's interesting about Del Piero is that his baby and his middle are arguably better than his prime. So his moments is going to have to be special this year to outdo these two, which is good because it means that this card's going to last a good amount of time for you if you select this card. Keep in mind, you're not going to get this card probably until like end of January or February. So just keep that in mind as you go. Quite disappointing here, man, with Ronaldinho. This version of Ronaldinho is not going to be usable past March, in my opinion. So I'm a little disappointed by EA to choose the worst version of Ronaldinho here. The middle version would have really made this promo a bang. This card is worth 1.15 mil on the market. However, there are just some things wrong with baby Ronaldinho that his middle and his prime can do that this card can't. One of the main things is that this card is extremely slow. This card has 11 pace less than his middle card, which is a lot of pace, man. He's got 80 pace, 85 shooting, 88 passing, 90 dribbling, 4-star weak foot, 5-star skills, medium low work rates. Finishing at 85 is good. Agility and balance are a little bit low for what you want in Ronaldinho. And then acceleration, obviously the acceleration sprint speed is a little bit underwhelming. I'm not that impressed with that card for 21 tokens. For 21 tokens, man, like we should be talking prime cards and big boy cards. Then for 23 tokens, this makes absolutely no sense to me because we've got a prime Essie in here who's a fantastic card, and this blows away any card in the swaps by far. But he's way better than Baby Vieira. That's the fact of the matter. This card has 2 million coins on the market. You know, if you do all the tokens, this is the one. And clearly we've seen that we're only going to get 24 tokens. I thought it was going to be 30. So it looks like 6 for this season and then 18 for next. Or if they do like shortened seasons, it's going to be 6, 6, 6. Does that add up to 18? 6 times 4 is 24. So maybe 4 seasons of 6. I don't know. But Essien's Prime is a fantastic card. He's got high work rates, 4-star weak foot, 3-star skills. So really good looking there. He's got great pace, great short passing, great defending stats. Agility's a little bit low. I think you toss an engine on him, you don't even need a shadow at this point because his defending is so good. He's got 94 stamina and 89 strength as well, 87 aggression. And then Patrick Vieira, baby, you know, this is a good card, but it's not a great card. This makes an easy option. If you get all these tokens, you're taking Essien because Essien's card is way better than Baby Vieira. Vieira starts to get insane when you get to his 88 and his 80 and his 91. In my opinion, his baby is always missing something in every FIFA. So 3-star weak foot, medium. You're paying for Vieira, guys, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, if you get all the way to this point, you've got to choose Prime Essien, man. This card would blow Vieira out of the water. So overall, guys, my thoughts on it. I'm a little underwhelmed. There's a lot of baby icons, there's a lot of mid icons, and a lot of proper poor primes here. I don't know if I'm being negative. I haven't really checked Twitter, but it's kind of underwhelming, man, in terms of these kind of cards. So, I don't know. I just feel like these cards are just I don't know. I don't love these cards, man. I think that, you know, a lot of people would disagree with me, but these are just for how much time you're going to put into this, and now the time of the year, right? Because the focus shifts now until you're not going to get these cards until like what? Probably most of them you're not going to get until like mid-January and early mid-February, somewhere like there. So by that time, guys, you're going to progress your clubs even more, and you got to understand that moments are coming out in the middle of February. So primes are just going to keep probably dropping until that point because primes are still coming out into the market. So I'm a little underwhelmed at this point, but saying that, there are some still pretty decent cards I think that you guys can go ahead and select some interesting combinations. So I'll kind of try to give you guys some options. Like, let's talk about the lazy or the person that is not going to put in a lot of effort combination or something that you could do. In my opinion, what you could do, if you're lazy and you don't want to put in a lot of effort, you could grab like a Van der Sar and a Hierro. That's 12 tokens. You're going to get 2 pretty good players. I like that one a lot. Now, if you're a person that's going to grind a lot of tokens, in my opinion, okay, here's probably your best option that I would choose. All right? If you're going to grind every single token, I would say I really like the combination of ZAMBROTTA and SEEDORE. I like that a lot. You're going to get 2 players that are base icons, but they're very good in game. So you're going to get a 10 token SEEDORE and a ZAMBROTTA at 11 tokens, which is 21 tokens, right? You move a little bit more into the swaps. Another nice little combination you could do if you wanted to, you could do 85 Blanc, which is a very good card at 14 tokens, and you could combine him with like a base Hierro at 6 tokens, or you could combine him with that Van der Sar at 6 tokens, which would be 20 tokens, right? You only get 24 tokens, I believe. I'm not 100%, but I think it's only 24 tokens like always. When you get to the top tier options, it gets a little bit tough to know what you're going to do here. If I got all the way to 20 tokens, I would choose Del Piero. That would be what I would do. In my opinion, once you get past the mid-icon pack, you've really only got 2 amazing cards available, and those 2 cards are Essien and Del Piero. Those 2 I really love. If you guys get all the way to 23 tokens, you better select Essien, all right? That is a fact. You better go ahead and get that Essien because, in my opinion, he is going to blow that Baby Vieira out of the water. When we look a little bit more, I mean, Del Piero over Ronaldinho for me is an all-day situation. Maybe Ronaldinho is your favorite player of all time, guys, but I would just tell you this, man. His other versions are way better than his base version, and I don't know how to explain that in a non-negative way or a non-critical way, but his other versions are just way better than his base version. So I want you guys to know that watching this video that they are. You know, Prime Johns Barnes is a player that I haven't used it. I will try him out for you guys to see how he is. Haven't really used him, so I don't know much about him. Hernandez with a 3-star weak foot is a little bit I think for 14 tokens, you got to decide, do you need a center back? Do you not need a center back? If you do, Sol Campbell is a good option. Blanc otherwise would be the choice there. It looks like for me, one of the best options you can do is like it looks like for 24 tokens, which would be, I believe, the amount that you could do. Yeah, it really looks like, for me, I would say Blanc with Seedorf looks really good. I believe that's 24 tokens. There should be 24 tokens available like there was last time. I'm not 100%, but I think it's 24 tokens again. I'm going to have to confirm that. Is it 24 tokens? Let me see what's up here. So 24 tokens. I'm just going to kind of see how many tokens are available. So I think it's 24 tokens. I'm not sure. They haven't specified it yet. It's 77 days, which is a lot of time. I thought it was going to be 30 tokens, but people said, looking at the menus, it's not 30 tokens, it's 24. So that's going to make things a lot more tight. If it was 30 tokens, that would be really nice, but it looks like it's 24 tokens. So the best option that I think you could do if you grabbed every single token would be one of the guys at 10, whether you want to do Raul, KOEMAN, Seedorf, or Pires, and then with Baby Blanc. That would be like one of the best, I think, team options, right, that you could do. Or you could do Campbell if you needed a center back. I like this Blanc a lot, guys, so keep that in mind. And then ZAMBROTTA is another really good one, right? This would be a thing where if you guys wanted to just do 11 tokens, boom, go grab ZAMBROTTA. I think this card is usable until team of the season. Yes, his base version is, because I think his base is really good. 11 tokens is not going to cost you a crazy amount of time. And then if you really wanted to with that ZAMBROTTA, you know, you could pick up one of the cheaper options, whether that's going to be probably, if you were to go cheap, guys, I would say probably Baby HIERRO or Van der Sar. I think Van der Sar is not a bad option. I'm a big Ter Stegen fan, as I said. And yeah, I mean, let me look through all these and let me just give you guys my opinions on, are they going to be really usable? I would say Bobby Moore, not so much. Rijkaard, I would say not so much. HIERRO is usable. Van der Sar is usable. Raul is usable. This card is kind of usable. I mean, a high medium, I think, is a little bit, it's a little bit scary, but I think you can use it. Very usable. I think this is usable at you know, at the competitive top tier. No, it's not. It's not a great card. Nakata is more of a fun concept. I don't know by the time you get this card, guys, in the middle of January, February with Socrates with a 56 balance, if you're going to really think that that card is usable. I'm just not sure if you're going to love that, guys. ZAMBROTTA, super usable. Figo, I think, is... I'm not a fan of Figo. Again, this is my opinion on this video, but I don't love him. Sol Campbell's totally usable. This is usable. I don't know how good he is because I haven't used them. Totally usable. Mid-icon pack I would pass on. Prime Hernandez is okay with the 3-star weak foot. John Barnes looks to be pretty good. Del Piero, God tier. Ronaldinho, pretty good, but 21 tokens. Is he worth the value? And then Essien, probably the best option out of any of the cards available and costs the most tokens. Vieira is also very good, but I just think when you get to the 23, you're going to take Essien. So yeah, if I were to grab all 24 tokens, in my opinion, you got to make the decision. But you could do Blanc and Seedorf. That would be a nice option to have. You'd have two amazing midfielders to have in a 4-2-3-1 or even a 4-1-2 in Tunero. That would be a pretty good option to do. And then if you guys wanted to, if you guys were going to do all the tokens as well, I would either choose between that or I would choose between getting Michael Essien's prime card because that card looks to be absolutely fantastic. It looks like quite the grind though, guys. It does not look like any of this is going to be easy at all. It doesn't look like this stuff is going to be easy. It looks like EA is going to make you really work for it. You know, these rivals matches are not easy. Squad battles are not easy. You know, so keep that in mind, guys. I mean, 6 wins from what we've tallied is going to be I think we said it was 31 or 33 wins that you're going to have to do to get 6 tokens. So that's a lot of tokens, man. I mean, you would argue that each token might take you like 2 hours to do. You know, and some of these cards that are available for the 6 tokens, you got to look at it in terms of like the time, guys. You know, time is money, and 6 tokens, you know, it costs you a lot of time. If it's 2 hours per token, you know, when you got cards for 6 tokens that are 350K, I mean, that's going to cost you like 10 to 15 hours. You know, you got to think about it, man. It's a lot of time for these cards, right? So don't underdo yourself on these cards and you know, look into it. If you guys really think that you can make more coins trading or more coins doing draft or more coins doing certain grinding methods, whether it's bronze pack method or silver pack or gold pack method, then don't give an F with these swaps, guys, because a lot of the time these swaps are for people that maybe don't finish the best in Weekend League. Maybe don't make the most coins on the menus. Maybe don't play this game. You know, I think that I would say that they wouldn't be for the players that play 24/7, but you know, there's a lot of time that gets put into these swaps. So you guys look into it. You guys figure it out. I'm a big fan of ZAMBROTTA. You know, ZAMBROTTA with maybe a Seedorf. I like that a lot. I like Seedorf with Blanc, and then I like Essien and I like Del Piero. Other than that, I'm not in love with a lot of these options. There are some new fun cards to try out. Guys, just so you know, for the next month or two, I'm going to be trying out all these new cards on my second channel. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you're looking or you're interested in a card, most likely there will be a review on some of the players that, you know, this time around, it's nice that we have all these players that are accessible, you know, to buy. Sometimes I couldn't do the prime reviews on the first set, but I don't know, man. I'm a little underwhelmed by this set of icon swaps, guys. I know that I value your guys' time, and I know that this takes a lot of time to get some of these cards, man. You know, even for this 85 Guardiola, you know, guys, I had to spend a lot of time to get this card. I got to be honest with you. Like, I had to spend a lot of time to get this Guardiola, and I was actually going for Zanetti, but I couldn't even get Zanetti. And Zanetti at 17 tokens was a great option last time. But this Guardiola is only like what, 300k, 350k on the market, and I had to get 8 tokens to get him, and that took a lot of my time to get those tokens, right? So just keep that in mind, guys, as you guys are going. That time is money. You know, I see a lot of people saying that these cards are free. They're not free. You have to spend a lot of stressful time to get these cards, and I want to emphasize that, man. Time is money. So, in my opinion, a bit underwhelming from EA today. I don't really love what they've gone ahead and done. You know, while we're here today, I'll also check the content for you guys to see if we got anything. Foot miss challenge. We got some probably. Oh wait, what is this? Scream Milner. Wait, what? Mascherano. Wait, what are these? Scream Milner re-release. How much is he? He's still an 84. All right, so Milner got re-released. It's an okay card. It's an 84 rating. You know, it was a lot more expensive first time around. Then Mascherano was only 82 rated, which is actually a really good steal for value. He's only 82 rated. That's really cheap. That means Mascherano's like, I think, 15k. So maybe they're bringing back some of these SBCs for the next few days. I don't really know, though, but that's quite interesting. And then I think we got like a marquee moments and a marquee matchups as well. So that's quite interesting that EA is doing that. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. If you did, drop a thumbs up. Obviously, let me know what cards you guys are going for. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.